Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am Atone. This is aToneTarot. Capricorn, you are tuned in for the topic of who is playing the middle with you. Now, I'm going to get into past, present, and future via three traditional tarot decks. I'll be pulling 5 cards from each to break down the message. And without further ado, Capricorn, let's get up into it. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see who is playing the middle with my Capricorn collective. And if you could, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. For my new viewers, welcome to the channel. For my returning viewers, welcome back. I appreciate you. So let me define what I mean by who is playing the middle. The middle, again, not necessarily all bad. The middle could be you got your half, I got my half. That's the middle. The middle is, you know what? I just met this person, but I like them. Fill them out a little bit. We're going to keep them right there. Or, you know what? I have something to gain, and that middle ground, 1 foot in, 1 foot out is where I need to be with this person. So those are the type of messages that come through for this Capricorn as it relates to who is playing the middle. But we are going to start with past. Who was playing the middle in the past with my Capricorn collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, because it could very well be, like I stated, they just met you. They wanted to fill you out, see what's going on. In the past, I had to, get some more information on Capricorn. And we could see as we progress through the message in present to future, where that person and or people are a continued theme throughout the read, or they are gone, because my Capricorn said deuces. But let's get up into it as it relates to the past for my Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Who is playing the middle? Two more cards, please, Spirit. This is a continuing theme, I believe. No, that was Cancer. So some of you might be dealing with a Cancer, or were dealing with a Cancer at some point with this King of Cups being in reverse. All right, I'm about to call you Cancer. My apologies, Capricorn. So for my Capricorn collective, you have the Lovers in reverse, the 7 of Wands, this King of Cups in reverse, the 10 of Coins in reverse, and the 8 of Cups in reverse. So as it relates to who is playing the middle in the past for my Capricorn collective, this is a close emotional bond, like a marriage or a significant relationship that you were in for a while. It's a relationship that holds weight but is no more. So whoever that was, maybe you or they felt like you weren't giving your all. Like you weren't giving enough. They needed to see more, and there was someone putting up boundaries in such a way that it's like, wait a minute, we are man and wife, or we live together, or we work so closely together, but you're keeping information, or keeping your heart, or keeping something that is very necessary for this thing to progress and grow and flourish. You're putting up certain boundaries with me and rejecting me and pushing me away in such a, you leaving me no choice, but I gotta walk away. This is a separation, because it's like someone wanting to love someone or show someone that they love them. It's like I'm picking up the energy of, if I tell you I love you, you supposed to know it. Forget what I said. Forget what I do. Forget what I do. You heard me say it. You was there when I said it. That's enough. But there's no demonstration or reinforcement through action. Or at least that was what another person was calling the other person to do. So either you, Capricorn, were being called to give more emotionally in this partnership and couldn't take it across the finish line for someone enough to seal the deal and stay in the pocket or stay connected, or you were asking someone to give this of you and they just couldn't for some reason, but they want to, and they wanted to with this Eight of Cups. This is someone hovering in your background. So for one reason or another, you guys aren't together, but you still have some level of contact with this person for whatever reason, whether it be because they just won't leave you alone. You might have children with this person. You may still have loose ends to tie up in a partnership that needs to run its course, because the contract and or lease or agreement, whatever it is, the term is not up yet, right? So you're like, I need to separate from you physically, but I know we still have this business and or connection, but we need some space. We need some boundaries. So because you didn't feel like they were taking it across the finish line, or someone didn't feel like they were getting this from you, Capricorn. But this is a major partnership with this 10 of Coins being here in reverse, as well as this Lovers. This is definitely giving like a divorce situation. Like in the past, you felt like, you know what, my partner, significant other, was not fully committed to me. You know, they wanted to say that they were, but they were not. They might have been showing up on paper, but not in the physical. Something was not being given, whether it be intimacy, money, time. You know, somebody was asking for something repeatedly in every way that they could from another. They begged, they cried, they were silent, they went to therapy, they fought. They approached it from every angle that they felt as though they possibly could. They squeezed all the toothpaste up out of that tube. So, and they felt like they have no choice now. Like, all right, I gotta walk away because this person was not down for me like I was down for them. And that was who was playing the middle with you. They had one foot in, one foot out. Maybe that other foot was elsewhere, Capricorn. I don't know. Who's to say? I didn't dig deeper into the cards, but I'm going to move on to presently. Who is presently playing the middle with you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Feel free to reach out for a personal reading too. If you want to dig deeper. If you like, yup, that I know who that is, aTone, and I need to know why. Why did they do that? And what is the next step? And what should I do? You want to know them extra gritty details? Holla at me. All right, Capricorn, let's see who is presently trying to play the middle ground with my Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Presently. Who is presently? right, Capricorn, let's get up into it. So, this is a continuation of the past, the previous spread. With this Two of Cups being here in reverse, that's the reduction of the Lovers, right? That's, because the Two of Cups is the beginning and how two people get to the Lovers, right? So this is going backwards in such a way as it relates to the delivery of the message, where, like I said, with the Lovers being in reverse, that's like a significant partnership, right, that was discontinued. And now here we are, present state, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. There is a breakup, right? So current state, as far as who's playing the middle, that is the same person from the past. They presently still are attempting to play the middle with you and hide and lie and not give up the deets, the background, the reason, someone's trying to gaslight, be deceptive, and maybe possibly turn it around on you and make it feel like it's your fault. You're the reason. They're constantly wanting to say you're the reason, but they also might have been the one that wanted to end the relationship. So you're so confused. Like, wait a minute, why are you still on my line? You're the one who wanted it over, and you're now coming to me and telling me I'm the reason it's over. No, you pulled the trigger on that. You decided, you determined that we are no more. You needed space. And here you are now poking, pointing at me. But I will say that with this Tower being in reverse, Capricorn, your intuition, or you knew, like, you dodged the bullet, basically. Like when that person said, I don't want any more, or there was a moment when my Capricorn knew enough is enough. And in that moment, you knew, Capricorn, you were not turning back. You were like, you know what? I don't have to take this. And this is causing issue with this person because they might have been accustomed to running a certain game on you, where they knew, like, all right, I can create a situation with Capricorn to push them away. And I'm just giving a scenario. If it's not your message, if it don't apply, let it fly. But I know I can create chaos and kick up dust with Capricorn because I need some space, because I need to get out the house. So I'm going to start an argument with Capricorn, right? And go through my motions. That's going to buy me a cool 2 weeks. I'm just making this up, right? I've seen it happen. Where they cause a fight. They create a 2-week window. Oh, we ain't together in these 2 weeks. I can go dip over here, right? And then be back with Capricorn by way of maybe sending gifts, saying something nice, and going through rinse and repeat of this method of bring you in close, push you away. Bring you in close, push you away. And you realizing in this very distinct moment, Capricorn, oh no, I'm not doing this no more. I see the deceit. I see the game. I see the rhythm. I see the theme. I see the pattern. And no more. Return to sender. You won't get me no more. And you do it in such a way that's so silent but elegant and regal and beautiful, poetic justice, if you will, with this 9 of coins being here. Yeah, there's a sense of poetic justice here in showing somebody, okay, you don't want to give fully of yourself. You don't want to fully commit to this household, whether it be by coin, whether it be by time, whether you ain't giving me the uchi coochie la 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 that I need. Something, or some Capricorn I'm speaking to was requesting something over and over again from somebody. And that person was like, yeah, no, flee, get up out of here, Capricorn. Nope. I ain't gonna give it to you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna gaslight you a little bit. I'm gonna pull you in close and act like I'm gonna give it to you and then reject it. Reject you, I'm sorry. And we go through this dance, this back and forth dance. And you might have done that with somebody for a while. But there was a moment, or there is a moment right now that is happening inside of my Capricorn where you're like, get him out of here. I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. Return to sender. You can have all of that. You can have all of that drama. You can have all of that yickety yak. You can have all of that toxic energy. I don't want it no more. Yeah, with this Tower in reverse and this Three of Wands in reverse, that's a Capricorn collective saying no more. No more of the lies and the deceit and the bullshit. No more. Return all of that back to whoever thought they was going to play with me and my emotions. With this Two of Cups, I'm good. With this Nine of Coins. All right, so that's present state Capricorn. That's giving a relationship with the Lovers, with the Two of Cups. We gonna dip on over to present state. Who is presently attempting to play the middle with my Capricorn? I'm sorry, not present. Future. Who will attempt to play the middle with my Capricorns in the future? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. All right. Future state as it relates to my Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 5 cards, please. Here we go. There go 3. All right. 2 more, Spirit. One more card, please, for my Capricorns. I love it. Okay, so Capricorn, you receive the Ace of Coins, the Tower, the Ace of Swords, the Star, and the Page of Coins. So as it relates to future state, this is interesting because if you don't know who I'm talking about, past, present, and future in these reads, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Or you may very well know who I'm talking about, which I think you do, Capricorn. You definitely know who I'm talking about. And that's the majority and the lion's share. And those of you who I am talking to in this moment as it relates to you knowing who that is, you're going to be, you know how they say, you get the opportunity to see or get a table prepared before your enemies, like for they downfall. And not that I'm wishing that on anybody, because I don't put none of that energy out there. I don't wish that. I try not to cast ill will out to anyone on either side of this message, right? But the message is the message, and the Almighty determines who needs to go through what when. But I digress. Anyway, with this Ace of Coins and this Ace of Swords, that's truth and a solid offer in the midst of someone trying to take you through some BS, right? They tried, but it's almost with that Three of Wands in the present, that's return to sender. You can have that, right? That's what your present state message was. And future state is like, now you get to see that you weren't crazy. The truth is revealed. It's present. It's lit up with the star. And you learn a valuable lesson to trust your instinct. To trust what you see, feel, and know inside of you. When someone, this is given, when someone shows you who they are, you believe them the first time. The first time. That's the rest of that sentence. We often quote when someone shows you who they are, believe them, the first time. First time with this Ace of Coins and this Ace of Swords being here. That's the lesson my Capricorn learns. And not only do you learn and get up out of there after they show you the first time, whoever this was that thought they was going to play with you in that past spread and current, you going to get to see, and they're going to get to see the truth. It's going to be put up on display. It will not be able to be refuted, argued, denied. Yeah, so there's going to be vindication here for my Capricorns. Someone's going to be victorious in giving someone else a lesson. I'm going to just say it and call it like I see it. Like, you, Capricorn, are someone's karma, basically. They effed around and found out messing with you. And you never know why people lock sights on a particular individual and really will start going at another person. I've had somebody like that in my world exist, where they just wanted to ride me about everything that came out of my mouth, and it was so much scrutiny, right? Like the amount of scrutiny. It's like, why are you so focused on me? You might need to take some of that level of scrutiny and look inside, because, if we being honest, I could redirect some things and some critiques back to you, where there might be some ugly truths that come up and out of that conversation. It's like that you pointing one finger at me, you got quite a few pointing back at you. That's what this is giving. Somebody is definitely was very critical, hyper critical of another, right? And you should have been a little more easier, had a softer hand with Capricorn, because the Capricorn is the star. They had good intentions, all along. And when you have good intentions like that, and you want to offer, people solid truths and support, real sturdy support and honesty, you receive a certain level of benevolence, protection, love, grace from the Almighty back in return of that, right? Because we are called to nurture this earth and others. And I'm really picking up on a Capricorn who is doing that. They were doing that, and they past, present, future. That's who they are. That's how they're wired. That's what they're going to do. And because of that, to some degree, somebody else is going to have to learn through way of demonstration. Now, I can show you better, and I can tell you not to mess with Capricorn. As a matter of fact, you could learn a lot from modeling your life around how Capricorn operates, because they are a solid individual, and they keep it, at least for nothing else, honest, true. And when they come in with whatever they come in with, they got it. If they say, I got $10, that's what they got. No more, no less. And maybe they might even have a little more, depending on how you reciprocate. But we're going to start with the word being true. A mano, from me to you. So as it relates to future state Capricorn, you really start to surround yourself by way of your own level of experience, observation, and even divine protection with those that also keep it 100 and solid with you. And you get a rear view observation of those who maybe thought they was going to play with you, Capricorn, and some of their destruction and downfall and dismantle of their own life. And not that you are wishing that on them, but it is a situation where you look back and you look in your rear view and you say, yes, that's almost like confirmation of my truth, right? Seeing this person crumble, fall, and now that my presence and energy is no longer with and around them, oh yeah, I see that I was the star on that team, and that garners a certain amount of security, confidence, and ability to move forward with a little more in your pocket, a little more sturdiness. From the Ace of Coins, you eventually do get to the page that's like the next after step after that 10 of coins, right? So the Ace of Coins is where it starts. The Page of Coins is where you going. Like, you are only going to get better by way of who you're going to surround yourself with, Capricorn, as well as your level of truth and knowing who you are and what you bring to the table. Because yes, I have to say, Capricorn, you are the star. You know it, so you are not going to allow too many to play the middle with you. Because either you is or you ain't. Either your word's solid and true, or it's not. Or it's not. And once I determine which one it is, have a nice day. Have a nice day. You know what I mean? So, okay, Capricorn, that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.